very enticing. Yeah.
Question. Why
Uh-huh.
would artists have to go to the $3,000 producer when there's cheaper producers? For
But
example, why would an artist who's not signed or who is not got a huge fan base, why would you go to Zaytoven to buy a beat?
for the
Like
clout,
it
bro.
doesn't even make sense. But like you can't eat off
Yeah.
clout. You know what I mean? It's, guys are
Yeah.
not thinking of a so 3,000 for a beat. If
Yeah.
you're no offense to your friend, if you're more strategic with your funds, $3,000 can like do a lot for one single. You can
Yeah.
pay for a very, very good beat. You can get it
Mhm.
mixed and mastered professionally, and you can still have $1,500 or $1,000 to just do promo.
That 3,000 might have included that. I don't know. But
Even
I
if it
think
includes
one
the
of the-
mastering and mixing and all that stuff, that's
Yeah.
overkill for an artist who's not established with the budget, right?
yeah, well, the problem with that, right? So I guess one of the issues, right, in terms of working with other producers that aren't as expensive, you don't know 'em. You know, they're unknown.
Right.
They're like, you know, there's so many producers out, and you know, the ones that aren't very well known, of course, they're not going to charge an arm and a leg because they're still trying to get their name out there. But that's the whole thing; they're trying to get their name out there. So it's like, you don't know them, you know. And
But
then
it's like-
there are.
Yeah. So go ahead, finish your thought.
I was just saying, and there are other producers out there, but then you list, you know, that they don't all speak to you. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a bunch of producers, and growing up for me, I grew up to a lot of East Coast. I liked a lot of like boom bap, and it was hard to come by. There was only a certain few artists, few producers with that specific sound, and even if you're adaptable, like I can rap to whatever. Not everything's good, and not everything is like I don't want to spend a few hundred. You know, I'd rather spend $20 on a beat that sounds better. So from an artist standpoint, it's like that's what I'm looking at. I didn't look at the ownership. I didn't look at any of that. Just to go, hey, I can get this beat that sounds hella dope. I can, and it'll complement my voice, and it can be a slap. It can be a hit, and I gotta spend $20. You know, so. That's the perspective versus, hey, I can work with a local producer or one that's less known and I can actually buy a beat from them, or I can work with them. They can customize a beat for me for $200.
Yeah,
you know? It's just like, wow, yeah, that's another zero.
It's a lot of zeros for a beat. But so I guess for step one, the first phase of the argument, it makes sense for artists who are just coming up to buy leased beats. Right?
Yeah.
But so that's the first stage. It makes sense if you're just beginning, you're trying to just, just do it for fun. It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That part makes sense. As a producer though, I think what I would do is I'd probably have some beats, not my best. I'll have my A plus beats for the big name artists, which I think a lot of producers do. They have some beats they send directly to artists.
Yeah, I think.
But like, there's still many producers who every now and then, like you see Russian boys, like they'll produce a beat for someone who's famous, right?
I got some beats. I think I got some beats.
Yeah, I know.
Right? It was hella cheap.
Exactly.
At least,
but
like a little package.
But so it makes sense for like as a producer. I think what would make sense is you have your A-lister beats that you don't lease, and then you have your B grade beats that you lease for the upcomers, right? Because